Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. Taurus, I have the sensation of surrendering to gravity. I had this feeling before in your last reading, the last Taurus reading that I did. This came through very strongly and it's happened again. So I sit down to do your reading and I just feel so at ease, at rest. Stillness, this profound sense of stillness. I'm sitting absolutely still. I've surrendered to gravity. My breathing is easy and even, and I'm so comfortable and I'm so relaxed. This profound sense of deep relaxation. That's how I feel going into your reading, and that's how I felt last time too. I felt like I was connecting to a Taurus who is so calm and tranquil and at peace and still. It's more than just that though, surrendering to gravity, able to let it all go. Just every muscle in the body has relaxed. All of the tension has left the body, and there is this heavy sense of gravity and not moving, not doing anything. And this is so archetypically Taurus, to do nothing, to sit still. And it got me thinking about the Empress and the Hierophant. The Empress is relaxed. She's sitting still. This is Venus. Venus rules Taurus and Libra, but this is that Venusian energy of reclining on comfortable pillows, on sitting very still and very comfortable and at ease and at rest. It's a very restful energy. It's rejuvenating. This is the kind of energy that you want if you're trying to heal from some kind of injury or trauma or wound, physically or psychically or whatever, emotionally even. Like, you can just relax and let your body heal. And it's like a feedback loop. And we haven't even gotten into your cards yet because I just have it coming through like this. I get the more that you are able to relax, the more you're able to heal and rest and recover. The more that you're able to heal and rest and recover, the more relaxed and comfortable you're going to feel. So it feeds into itself. It has to start somewhere. I think it starts with self-care. I think it starts with meditation, letting go of all the stress, all the tension in your body, deliberately letting it all go. Maybe doing a guided meditation, doing some kind of yoga, yin yoga, any kind of yoga really, but I'm especially getting a yin yoga feeling where you put your body into different positions, mostly laying on the floor. It's cool, dry, down to the floor yoga where you just let gravity do most of the work. Surrendering to gravity again. Taurus is the earth, is gravity and weight and largeness, forests even, the forest, a giant rock. It's just like I'm getting all of these images here of being in nature, being in the forest. And it's not just because that's where I live. Because this is a message for the Taurus that I'm connecting with. And it's not just me connecting with myself, although I do have Taurus sun sign in my chart in the 5th house. So that's important to me. It's my only Taurus placement, but it's kind of an important one. But I feel like when I approach your readings, the last 2 readings, this one and the one before, there is such a profound stillness in the energy that I'm connecting with. I feel like the Hierophant takes the Empress and turns it into a practice of relaxation, a practice of stillness. Hierophant is practicing stillness. The Empress is stillness, is being still. Yeah. The Hierophant practices and is practicing stillness, while the Empress is being still. Yeah, the property of it, It's not an act, right? It's not the act of being still. It's just the state of being. It is what it is. Okay. I feel like I've made that point, and I'd like to move on to doing some cards. So it's either this is your energy that I'm connecting to, or this is the archetypal Taurus energy that we should all be connecting to in our healing practice, especially if we've got Taurus in our chart. It's important for us to sit still and do nothing sometimes and just relax and release all the tension in your muscles and just surrender to gravity. This is so important for all people, to get some rest, to get some sleep. You know, you do a lot of healing in your sleep. Your immune system is at work when you're asleep. You're not doing nothing. It's very productive. Actually, this is what I got for you last time too. It's as if there's a voice that's criticizing you, either in your head or it's somebody else that said this to you and now you say it to yourself, or there's somebody in your environment who criticizes you and they say to you, Taurus, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. Like it's a bad thing. You're not doing anything. And you're like, actually, yes, I am. I'm doing nothing. There's a difference. And they're like, nuh-uh. And you're like, yeah, huh? Yeah, there is. Try it sometime. Maybe you'd be able to lighten up, relax. All right, yeah, see, there's the Chariot and there's the King of Pentacles. I feel like this is the path for you. This is so good. This is like feeling so emotionally stable, grounded, down to earth, relaxed, comfortable in your lifestyle, in your day-to-day routine. King of Pentacles, practical, logistical, doesn't make fast moves, quite predictable. Some people might say he's boring, but he's reliable, he's predictable. You always know where he's going to be. He doesn't go anywhere. But no, this one's going somewhere because the Chariot's here. So there's movement here. There's forward movement on something. Forward movement in your place of business. Okay, King of Pentacles, businessman, business owner, CEO, boss behavior, owning property, having a lot of money, big bank account, asset management, risk management. Risk management is so important to the King of Pentacles. Analysis and synthesis, especially when it comes to finances and health. Yeah, physical health, financial wealth. Doctor, lawyer, no. Banker, yes. Homeowner. So this could be you or somebody that you're dealing with. It's definitely Taurus energy, solid, stable, quiet, reserved. But the Chariot's here. So this is all about what inspires us, what we're moving towards. This is taking action. This is making a choice, and it's kind of a big deal. It's a move. You could be moving. You could be getting a new home. This is moving forward in your business, moving forward in your property, forward movement in your bank account, forward movement in your business, growth in your business. The Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. Surrender. It brings us back to what we were talking about. Surrendering to gravity, being moved, letting it move you, letting gravity move you, being moved by. This is so interesting because movement is the opposite of stillness. I feel like I could get, okay. The Chariot's like a river, a rushing river. I'm seeing a river. I live near a brook. I'm seeing the brook in my mind. I'm hearing it. I'm feeling like, okay, moving waters. Emotionally moved, emotionally compelled, feeling pulled by gravity. Right, because the water surrenders to the gravity, because the rain, the rivers, the tides of the ocean, the moon and the earth, and the gravity, the interplay between the gravity of the moon and the earth is what moves the waters in the ocean and in the brook. Like gravity moves the water. Surrender to gravity and your water will be moved. Interesting. Surrender to gravity and you will be moved. You will naturally be moving into a more stable place. You will go, okay, go with the flow in this. This is Hanged Man energy. This is water. Cancer is the Chariot, is water. King of Pentacles, obviously Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is telling me, this message is saying to you and me, anybody listening to this right now, it's like, go with the flow. Let gravity do the work. Yes, like yin yoga, letting gravity pull you into position. This is the end of a stuck or stagnant situation. This is how you get things moving. Surrender to the flow to get moving. Because whatever you're doing, I guess, could be obstructing the flow. Don't do anything. Whatever you do is going to end up disrupting the flow. So do nothing. Let the flow move you. Do nothing. Let it move you. Be still and know. Be still and move. Oh, I love that. Surrender and be still, and you will be moved by gravity. It will, oh man, that's so beautiful. That interplay of stillness and movement here in this message today. We're letting go all of the tension in our bodies, in our lives. Just take a step back from everything. Let it all go. Let it go with the Hanged Man. Surrender, release. And you will be moved like the water from the moon. The moon brings the tide in and out, right? It moves the water. You will be moved by gravity. These are cycles, the cycles of the tides. The tide comes in, the tide moves out, it just goes back and forth, right? High tide is pretty much the same time every day, or it's very predictable based on the season, the weather, or like maybe the moon cycle. Okay, there's that moon cycle, that idea of, I'm seeing that. Too, everything has a season. So this is turning, this is the change of the seasons. This could be a change of season in your life, or your, okay, this is something you're looking forward to. Interesting. Because the Three of Wands is like taking action. That's movement. The Three of Wands as also waiting, contemplating, not moving at the same time. But like wands imply movement. What am I talking about? No compromises in your vision as you push forward. Uncompromising energy in the Three of Wands right now. This is Sun in Aries. You could have Aries in your chart. You could be dealing with an Aries. I've also got Capricorn here. The Sun in Capricorn, which is power. You've got virtue and power. We've got honesty, authenticity. I'm getting a strong sense of unwillingness to compromise on your vision or on your plan. You're not compromising on the plan. It's not 100% set in stone yet what exactly is going to happen next, but you've already embarked on some kind of venture, business maybe, could be business related. I see this water in the background. It's like you're waiting for your ships to come in. They will be here with the high tide. The tide is coming in. It's going to bring your ships in. The rising tide lifts all ships. There's nothing you have to do. It's, oh my gosh, I just saw Bitcoin. The stock market, something you've invested in, your property values. The value of your property is going up. Passive income. You're having passive income. There's something that you've already invested in. And when the tide is rising, maybe at a certain time in the moon cycle, this is going to bring your ships in because the rising tide lifts all the ships and brings them in. Okay, so it's like the price of Bitcoin, it just reached 64 again a few days ago. I believe it hit 64 for like 5 minutes, 15 minutes. It was at 64. And that's the all-time high that was set back in 2021 or 2020, something like that. A couple years ago, it hit 64 for a minute, and then it tanked. And it was down to like 13. It went way down. So 64 was the all-time record high, and then it dropped down to like 20, 15, 13 at its lowest or something like that for a couple of years. And now it's 2024, and it just hit 64 again. So there's that cycle, that rising tide. Money comes and money goes. Money goes, but money always comes back. That's what I think. That's how I feel about it. Because there's some kind of asset, right? You've bought this property, or you're going to buy this property, or this is part of this story for some reason. Yes, you're very chill, you're very relaxed, you're very grounded, you're practical, you're predictable, kind of boring maybe for some people, but you're very reliable and you're very stable, solid, financially wealthy, physically healthy. So you've got this property, you own this property, and you may have taken some kind of financial, it cost money to buy it. You took a hit on the property, like the property value went down, or because you had to spend so much, like you rehabbed the house, or you cleaned it up, or you built a house, and you put a lot of equity into this property. Okay? And the value of the property is going up. The tide is rising in the market, and it's lifting your ship with it. That's what I see. So hold on to your property, stay still. Maybe that's the message here, is like, don't move. Maybe. I mean, I see you moving. I see you going with the flow. I see you being like stillness on the inside and like going with the flow on the outside. Does that make sense? I hope it does. There is this dichotomy here between stillness and movement. That is very important in your reading today, Taurus. Whether or not you should actually sell your property now or hold on to your property, I think we could get into that in more of a personal reading. But I think for some of you, it might be different. I don't know. We might get a different message. But it looks like the message right now today is like not moving, stillness and vision, and like this uncompromising hanging on, being so solid and so stable and invested, but at the same time surrendering to the being moved by this gravity. Okay, I feel like I'm just repeating myself now, and actually that's the whole message. So do we want any... Okay, I want to get... Let's get you an Oracle of the Radiant Sun. Let's see what the Oracle of the Radiant Sun has to say about this. Surrendering. Surrender. Maybe you... Okay, the Four of Pentacles being here might say that you should be a little flexible. Okay, the Three of Wands and the Four of Pentacles is now talking to me about being a little bit more flexible. And being... Okay. This balance between being stable and being flexible. Having a strong schedule and a strong work ethic. Being set in your ways and uncompromising can be very powerful. But there's also something to be said about being flexible and allowing certain things to work themselves out almost, or like letting things fall into place, or what am I really trying to say? Being flexible, and it's not set in stone. Okay, Three of Wands always talks to me about it's not set in stone. But that Taurus archetype energy is a stone. An unsettled stone. Are you a settled stone? Are you set in stone? Maybe you should be. Maybe either you need to be more flexible or you need to be more structured. Thank you. Yeah. Either you're the structure. I like the structure though. I do. I like the structure. I think you'll know whether or not you need to be more flexible or more structured, depending on what it is that you're going through and how exactly this reading is resonating for you. There's this idea of surrender, of being flexible, of being open, of allowing things to change, to go with the flow, changing with the tides, seeing things in a new way. This is going to change you. The path will be revealed and opened up to you. You're kind of closed off at this time, and that may be a source of strength, but are you going to end up seeing it differently? Do you need to see it differently with the Hanged Man being here? If you let go and surrender to gravity, is this a source of power for you? And will you also be moved in the direction of stability? Surrendering to stability, hanging in there, holding on to your property. All right, let's get Thank you. Lust. Okay, there's a chameleon here. There's a shapeshifter here. There is definitely Venus in Aries. So you may have Venus in Aries in your chart. And we've also got defense at the bottom of the deck, which is the Mars in Taurus, which is like that balance between movement, action, and stillness at the same time. And then there's eccentricity. So, okay. Those may mean certain things to you. I'm going to let it be. But I will read from the book for Venus in Aries. Because this is Venus. Oh my God. Oh, I wish I didn't put that back. Hold on. Where is it? Because Venus in Aries, that's Venus rules Taurus, Mars rules Aries. Mars in Taurus would be defense. That would, it's kind of perfect. Like I was a little too hasty in putting that away. Let me get that back out here. I feel like there it is. That was supposed to come out. We also got affair underneath it, which is Venus in Leo. So look at that. Look at how perfect this is right now. It's like a yin yang. We got Venus in Taurus, Mars in Aries. You see what I'm seeing, right? Yeah, I know you do. So I'm going to actually read for both. So let's see. First, we'll start with Venus in Aries. When this card is drawn, it indicates a need to assert oneself, and yet to do this with the utmost warmth and charm. The hard hand in a velvet glove may be the answer. That balance of yin and yang, masculine and feminine, softness and firmness, soft and charming on the outside, totally relaxed, the Empress energy, but solid and firm and strong on the inside, which would be like that Four of Pentacles, like Aries, Three of Wands, Aries. This is great. I love that for this reading because it's being so relaxed, but at the same time so solid, which is just like a Taurus archetype. It's just like a Taurus. So solid, so firm, like a rock, But it's like a moss-covered rock because it's soft on the outside and it's beautiful and it's green and it's luscious and it's growing. A moss-covered rock. That's a Taurus archetype for sure. So the events here indicated as a brief, wild love affair, a love battle, a fighting, sparring relationship, or a love challenge. Okay, good. Good. Great. I'm so glad for you. Happy for you. It may even be a deep, dramatic love affair, a showy lifestyle, excessive luxury and extravagance, or show business. Because we did have the affair. So you may be having some wild love affair, but you're solid, but you're soft. You're soft and solid at the same time. That could be very attractive. All right, so let's see. Mars in Taurus. Mars in Taurus. It says, when this card is dealt in a reading, it shows a need to defend something the questioner values. Defending something you value. No compromises on your vision. You can defend your vision. You see things clearly. I see the Six of Swords is here as well as the Ace of Pentacles in this. There may be like a Five of Wands feeling here as well, but I get that these are your allies. These three people, the horsemen, are all on the same side. So you have support, you have allies. This is like a militant Three of Cups. Okay, that's cool. Like Six of Swords is all about seeing things clearly, getting a little distance to analyze a situation, getting a higher perspective, like the Hanged Man says, changing your perspective, getting this clarity. And then, of course, the Ace of Pentacles is like a bunch of money. That's really good. That's financial wealth, abundance, physical health, and well-being. So we love to see it. So it's like you seeing your money opportunities very clearly, your money options, being very clear about your values. Yeah, defending your values. So you have a very clear idea of what it is that you value and who you are and how you want to be in your life and how you want to approach your stability. You're very practical. So you're very stable. You're very structured. Maybe sometimes you can be a little inflexible. Okay, that's a Taurus thing. So maybe some of the advice here is just to like be a little bit flexible sometimes, right? glove, the velvet glove on the hard hand. You can be diplomatic and strong without surrendering who you are or compromising who you are. Ooh, you can relax without compromising who you are. You can surrender and go with the flow without compromising who you are or what you really value. Sometimes there's strength in being soft and charming on the outside, but unyielding on the inside. This is Venus in Aries. So what is the events of Mars in Taurus? Oh, there it is. Starting up a new business, playing the stock market, a quick business deal with a profit, a possession that makes a leap in value, beating a competitor, a possession that makes a leap in value. What were we just saying before? Your property values are going up. The rising tide is lifting your ship. Hang on to your property. It's going to be very lucrative for you. Hang on to your property. This is a specific message for somebody that this is meant for. If this resonates, then it's yours. If it doesn't resonate, it's not for you. We can find out more in a personal reading. But there's a strong message here. Hang on to your property. Your property that you own, your house, your land, your business, your car. I don't know what it is. I think it's more like a house or something like that. Some kind of property that you own is going to be worth a lot of money in a few years. 4 years. Something like that. Could be. I think so. With the Four of Pentacles, it's giving 4 years. But we could get into it, like I said, in a personal. It's going to be different for everybody. But somebody here owns this valuable property, and I just see this chart going up. It's your assets, asset management, something like that, risk management. I keep hearing words like that. Asset management, financial management. Somebody's in finance here. King of Pentacles is a financial advisor. Maybe you need to talk to a financial advisor. This is somebody who's really great with money, practical advice. You may be just really good at business or really good with money. You're super practical. And you're so reasonable. You're a very reasonable person. Which I love for us because that's great. So, what did I write earlier? I feel like I wrote something in my notebook earlier. This is bringing... Hold on. I can't remember off of the top of my head. I have my notebook here. Something about being reasonable. Reasonable, fair, and competitive. That's you. Winning out in the competition, a business competitor. Reasonable, fair, and competitive. That's what I jotted down earlier. I love this. I'm going to leave it there. Okay, that's what I've got for you today, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. If you enjoyed this and you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. You can email me. I'll let you know how it works. You let me know what you need. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.